Now we are continuing in Matthew 27, verse 27. Then Pilate's soldiers took Jesus into the praetorium and gathered the whole company of soldiers around Jesus. They stripped him and put a scarlet robe on him. Now remember, he was just whipped, so his whole back split open. And his clothes are, I'm sure they're stuck to the wounds. They just ripped them off, so everything ripped open. And they put a scarlet robe on him to mock him that you're royalty wearing scarlet. And then they twisted together a crown of thorns and set it on his head. Interesting. What is Jesus in the middle of doing right now? He's in the middle of being put to death to pay for the sins of man. And they put a crown of thorns on his head. Okay. We're going to take a look way back in the Bible, back in Genesis, back when Adam and Eve rebelled against God. So God said to Adam, when Adam and Eve were in the garden, you may eat of any tree in the garden, but the tree of the knowledge of good and evil in the middle of the garden, you are forbidden to eat from. And if you do, you will surely die. Satan, the serpent, and it says in the Bible, the serpent is Satan, came to Adam and said, God said you're going to die if you eat from that tree. You're not going to die. He's lying to you. He knows if you eat from that tree, you're going to become powerful and a God like him, and he doesn't want that. So, do what you want, but I'll tell you what. If you rebel against him and go against him and eat from that tree, you're not going to die. If you rebel against him, what he said, you're going to be a God like him. And Adam did it, and Eve did it. Sin entered the world then, right? So now, God is talking to Adam about the consequences of this sin. We are in Genesis, way back in Genesis chapter 3, verse 17. To Adam, God said, because you listened to your wife and ate the fruit from the tree about which I commanded you, you must not eat from it. Cursed is the ground because of you. Through painful toil you will eat from it all the days of your life. It will produce thorns and thistles for you. Because of your sin, Adam, the world will be cursed, and it will produce thorns for you. Because of your sin, the world will produce thorns for you. Right? What are they putting on Jesus' head right now? Adam brought sin into the world, and one of the penalties were, you're going to work hard all your day. Instead of growing good stuff, thorns will grow because of your sins. Let me read it again. And then they twisted together a crown of thorns and pushed it into his head. Jesus now is actually wearing part of the curse of the sin of man for his sin against God. Then they put a staff in his right hand. A king has a staff to mock him. He's a king. And they knelt down in front of him and said, Hail, King of the Jews. And then they spit on him, and they took the staff out of his hand, and they kept beating Jesus over the head with it. After they had mocked him, they took his robe off him. Again, his back is all split open. Everything's split open. So when they rip this off, everything gets ripped open again. He's in so much pain. And they put his own clothes on him, and they led him away to be crucified. And now again, we're in Matthew chapter 27, verse 32.